What is money laundering? Money laundering is the process of converting cash or properties derived from criminal activities to give it a legitimate appearance. It is the process to clean dirty money in order to disguise its criminal origin. Money laundering can be seen in three stages. The first stage of how money is laundered is carried out via placement. This is where illicit funds are separated from their legal source and are placed into the financial system. Some of the common methods include depositing the ill-gotten gains into financial institutions, structuring or smurfing, where the funds of high value are broken into many small value transactions, the use of financial facilities at a financial institution and making accelerated repayment before its tenure, and finally, cashing unused chips at casinos for casino checks, making them appear as winning checks. The second stage is layering. This is the stage of the money laundering process where it involves creating multiple layers of transactions to further distance the illegal funds from their illegal sources. The final stage, which completes the money laundering process, is where laundered proceeds are successfully integrated into the economy as legitimate funds. Examples of channels used for money laundering include the following: banks and deposit-taking institutions, securities in takaful, money service businesses, electronic money and non-bank charge cards, non-financial institution businesses and professional services providers, and other non-financial institution titles. Now, why should you bother with AMLA compliance, you ask? What are the risks related to money laundering? Now, if you refuse to comply with AMLA, among others, you're exposing the company to 5 types of risks, and we shall go through each in turn. Reputational risk is the first. This is the risk of losing confidence of customers, stakeholders, due to the inability of a company to deliver promising and positive outcomes. A company's reputation is the public information regarding its trustworthiness. A reputation encourages a company's customers to buy its products and services from it. At the same time, its value is increased when investors hold its shares in it, because it is a favorable addition. Top-notch employees want to join and stay with the company, and suppliers are willing to do business with it, thus expanding opportunities. When money launderers use a company for their activities, a company is exposed to reputation risk. The company becomes an accomplice in the laundering of illegitimate money. This will raise adverse publicity and cause its customers to lose confidence in it. Operational risk. Risk of loss due to inadequate or failed internal processes, people and systems, or from external events. Money launderers' activities can subject companies to operational risk, resulting in direct or indirect losses to the company, especially when the companies have ineffective control measures. This can affect the correspondent relationships of the company with other companies or financial institutions, as they will be a hindrance to the deposits and collections and clearing of payments and services. Liquidity risk. Risk of having sudden withdrawals that affect the company's liquidity. This will affect the company's liquidity to meet their other financial obligation when they become due. For example, a large sum of money being withdrawn within a short period of time. If customers or investors lose confidence towards a company, they will withdraw their investments and businesses away from the company. Licensing risk. This is the risk of losing business license or the license of the business to operate. When a credit company fails to operate in compliance with the set guidelines and regulations to prevent, control, and detect money laundering activities that involve their systems and processes, the regulators can close down the company. Legal risk. This is the risk arising from legal proceedings. Such losses include assets and collaterals pledged by money launderers that are confiscated. The bank will be fined, and the management and employees are charged with imprisonment. When a company is exploited by money launderers as a channel, it is exposed to the risk of regulators penalizing the company. The assets held by the money launderers charged to the company can be frozen, seized, or forfeited. Moving on from money laundering, let's explore the dark world of terrorism financing. Terrorism financing, as the name suggests, is a party or person involved in terrorism financing. Refers to a person or party that 1. Provides or collects funds or property to facilitate the commission of terrorist acts. 2. Provides services for terrorism purposes. 3. Arranges the retention or control of terrorist properties. 4. Assists in the dealing of terrorist property. The focus is on the determination on the use of the funds and services. The funds may be derived for legal or illegal sources. Through this module, you would have heard the term terrorism financing and money laundering over and over again. But what are the differences between the two? The question then becomes, how is terrorism financing funded? There are legal sources and illegal sources. Legal sources include personal donations, profits from businesses, or from charitable organizations. Illegal sources include criminal sources such as drug trafficking, smuggling of weapons and other goods, fraud, kidnapping, and extorting. Penalties for offenses can be convicted in a combination of following ways: fines, imprisonment, forfeiture and seizure, or loss of license. Now in summary, in a nutshell, money laundering is the process of converting cash derived from illegal and criminal activities and making it appear as clean money through placement, layering, and integration. Among others, risk implications of money laundering are legal risk, reputational risk, operational risk, liquidity risk, and licensing risk. Some potential channels for money laundering include bank and deposit-taking institutions, securities, insurance and takaful, money service businesses, e-money and non-bank charge cards, non-financial institution businesses and professional services providers, and other non-financial institution entities. I hope you found this overview useful. Thank you.